Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I am your podcast host, Isan Jones. Now, this week's episode will be just as I promised from our last episode. I will be reading you an excerpt from one of my original writings, The Writings of IJ. And at the end of that excerpt reading, I also will tell you about our upcoming episodes, where you'll be amazed to find out how interesting they'll be. So take a listen at the end of this excerpt. The Writings of IJ. This excerpt is titled, The Mind's Crossing. The center of affection has to do with hallucination. We pass through a womb structure that helps us enter the world physically. It would be by this circular formation, and so the patterns of each figure that passes through must be watched closely so that we will understand them, as in understanding each other. So our configuration, which is, once we get here, will be at the center of everything. We will become living examples as we watch how this affection we bring will bring us together. The mind's channel is already set, and for each chapter that we can experience in life, there will always be that imagery that passes, better known as hallucinating. Hallucinating could be a mind adrift, drifting to the patterns that life has to offer. Dreaming can become part of our world as hallucinations take over. However, hallucination could be as our most comforting moments. Imagery is everything. It is like a compass that makes up the world. Thanks for listening. I want to tell you about what's next. What's next is a new and exciting chapter for every podcast episode, because we'll be switching to the teaching channel. Now, the teaching channel will be a little different. It will be related to a lot of my experiences as I've been sharing them. However, it will also include my insights and premonitions, those that I have associated with them. Mostly I will be just sharing a lot of information. And remember that we're doing the countdown to my new book debut. Book number 10 is scheduled to be released this summer. Let me share with you a couple of book quotes. This is directly from the book that's already written and debuting to come out this summer. Book quote. It stared at me, the glow of the light, but I refused to accept it. Something was brewing. I couldn't see it. I was standing at the gate of the open channel, and it was scary. I began to ponder. A confused state of mind could be only what I'm feeling. Another quote from that book that's coming up, my new book that will be out soon, is, if we could have our slate interrupted at any time, then what is our purpose? You'll find those contained in my new book, and there's more that's coming. So be sure to keep listening to each and every podcast episode. Stay tuned in, and remember, if it's not original, just don't try it. Thank you for listening.